Sarah, a con artist, was out on the prowl for an unsuspecting victim. She knew what she did was wrong, but she was good at it. Very good at it. She always made sure to memorize the faces of her victims so that she never ran into them again. She had no qualms about swindling people out of their hard earned money, especially those who seemed easy targets. That's how she met Harold, an old man who had just moved to America from some forsaken European town she had never heard of. He was a lonely, widowed man who lived alone in an old house he had purchased recently on the outskirts of town. Sarah had spotted him at the local diner, and she could tell from the way he sat there alone that he was very vulnerable. Just the kind of person that could be taken advantage of. She made her move, striking up a conversation with him, and soon enough had him convinced that she was his chance at happiness. Over the next few weeks, Sarah slowly snaked her way into all of Harold's finances and began to siphon his savings off into her personal accounts. She had promised him companionship and love, but in reality, she was just using him. And then one day, after taking control of his bank accounts and other assets, she disappeared, leaving the old man alone and penniless. Sarah had thought nothing of it. Just another job well done. That was until one day, years later, when she ran into Harold again. He looked different, almost otherworldly. There was something in his eyes that made Sarah feel uneasy. And then he spoke. "I curse you, Sarah. You will regret what you have done to me." Sarah brushed it off as the ramblings of a crazy old man, but would soon enough come to regret it as strange occurrences would appear into her life. It first started with voices that she would hear in the middle of the night, whispering her name. She would wake up at the start, feeling like something was pulling at her. Other times, she would wake up to a figure gripping her down. She tried to scream, but no voice would come out. She wasn't one to believe in the occult, but the phenomena occurring recently had made her doubt what she believed in. But she realized that she had begun to pray a lot. Funny how prayers only come into minds for the want of things. In her case, her sanity. She went to church to try and find a solution. She even called a priest to exorcise her house. But to no avail. Whatever she did to alleviate her misfortune only escalated the anger of whatever had occupied her house. She decided that she needed to run away and start anew. She sold her apartment, the one she had bought using Harold's money. She tried looking for Harold, but he was nowhere to be seen. She asked several people in town, but they hadn't seen him in years. She decided the only way to escape the curse was to escape the town where it had been brought upon her. She packed up her bags and moved to the other side of the country, starting afresh in a big city. She bought an apartment on the Upper West Side and moved in. She had finally escaped, she thought. It had been a month since she moved, but she didn't hear a peep at night. No haunting incidents, no cops flying, no drawers opening, nothing. Sarah felt relieved. She could live out her life in peace. She was going to go look for a job tomorrow. Her days of conning people were behind her. After what happened with Harold, she couldn't imagine conning anyone else. and having another nightmare be unleashed. She thought to herself while brushing her teeth. She flossed, washed her face, and let out a chilling scream as she saw her reflection in the mirror. Her mouth open wide, eyes white and sunken, the skin sticking to her bones, devoid of any shape. As soon as she turned away, the reflection turned normal again. I, I need my pills, she stuttered, popping out 2 pills that were to be taken in case of increasing anxiety. She shut the light of the bathroom and went to the bedroom. She was about to close the door of the bedroom when it slammed shut. She tried rotating the knob and opening it, but it would not budge. Just then came a creak. The cupboard door had opened. This was followed by a wail. "Who's there?" Sarah asked, her voice trembling with fear. No answer came, but she could feel the presence getting closer. And then she saw it. A hand reaching out from the darkness, grabbing her by the ankle. Sarah screamed, but no one came to her aid. She pulled and kicked, trying to free herself from the entity's grasp. But it was of no use. The hand tightened its grip, and Sarah knew that she was running out of time. "Please, let me go," she pleaded, tears streaming down her face as she fell to the floor. But the entity was relentless. It pulled her deeper into the closet and then shut the door, leaving her in complete and utter darkness. The old man's curse had swallowed her whole. Sarah was never seen again. Her disappearance a mystery to all who knew her.